When was the last time you truly did nothing? Not scrolling, not planning, not chasing, just being. We live in a world that worships movement, where stillness feels like laziness and silence feels like failure. But what if the opposite were true? What if the secret to living well, to thinking clearly, to feeling deeply, to being alive, begins in the art of doing nothing? You see, we've mistaken constant activity for purpose and distraction for direction. But behind every great mind, every calm soul, there is a quiet power, the ability to be still. Today, we explore something rare and forgotten, the art of doing nothing. Not as an escape from life, but as a way to return to it. In this noisy, restless world, learning to be still may be one of the most radical acts of freedom left. You'll discover why ancient philosophers praised idleness, why stillness can sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit, and how learning to simply be, without striving, can bring a deeper kind of fulfillment than endless doing ever could. Because sometimes the most powerful action is no action at all. 1. Doing nothing is not wasting time. In ancient Rome, Seneca wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." He understood something our modern world has forgotten. When you scatter your attention, you lose yourself. We live in constant pursuit, new goals, new achievements, new notifications. But the human soul is not designed for constant motion. It needs pauses, like music needs silence. Think of a field left fallow for a season. At first it looks empty, but beneath the soil, life is restoring itself. The earth rests to renew its strength. The same is true for you. Doing nothing, truly nothing, is how you restore your inner soil. How to apply it? Schedule unstructured time. Go for a walk without your phone. Sit on a park bench with no plan. Let thoughts drift like clouds. At first you'll feel restless, but that restlessness is just withdrawal from addiction to doing. Stay with it. Soon, you'll rediscover what your mind sounds like when it's no longer shouting. 2. Stillness reveals what movement hides. When you stop, you begin to see. Most people rush through life like wind through trees, always moving, never noticing. But the deepest truths appear only in stillness. The Buddha once said, "Do not seek the truth, only cease to cherish opinions." When you slow down, you stop forcing the world into what you think it should be and start seeing it as it is. Picture yourself in a desert as a sandstorm swirls around you. In the storm, everything is confusion. Shapes vanish, direction disappears. But when the wind finally dies down, the world reappears in sharp detail. That's what happens in your mind when you stop stirring it with endless motion. Clarity returns as the storm settles. Stillness doesn't mean absence of thought. It means clarity of perception. And from that clarity, wisdom arises. How to apply it? Practice mindful pauses during your day. Before replying to a message, before reacting to stress, breathe. Ask yourself, is this movement necessary? Or am I just avoiding silence? The simple act of noticing creates space, and in that space, life starts to speak to you again. 3. Doing nothing is an act of strength. In a culture that equates busyness with worth, choosing stillness is rebellion. We fear being seen as idle, unproductive, or lazy. But the greatest thinkers and leaders understood the opposite. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, began each morning with reflection before he ruled an empire. Lao Tzu taught, "The master does nothing, yet nothing is left undone." Doing nothing is not weakness, it is mastery, the ability to act from clarity rather than compulsion. The modern world rewards reaction, but real power lives in response. The person who can wait, observe, and choose with intention is infinitely stronger than the one who moves without thought. How to apply it? The next time you face a challenge, resist the impulse to act immediately. Step back, breathe, let silence be your first move. Often the answer will emerge naturally, not from effort, but from awareness. 4. Emptiness creates space for creation. Look at the painter's canvas before the first stroke, or the pause between musical notes. Creation begins in emptiness. If your life is filled to the brim with noise, where can inspiration enter? Doing nothing invites imagination. It lets the subconscious surface, where your most original thoughts live. Many great ideas are born in idleness. Archimedes in the bath, Newton sitting under the apple tree on a summer day, Einstein staring out a window, looking at the shining stars in the night sky. They weren't working. They were allowing the mind to breathe. How to apply it? Replace 1 hour of productive scrolling with creative idleness. Let your thoughts wander. Keep a notebook nearby. You'll be surprised how clarity, insight, and new ideas appear, not through striving but through surrender. 5. Doing nothing is returning to yourself. At the core of all this lies a simple truth. Doing nothing is not about escaping life. It's about remembering who you are without all the noise. When you stop chasing, you start seeing that peace was never something to earn. It was always within you. In stillness, you reconnect with your senses. The warmth of sunlight, the rhythm of breath, the sound of the world simply existing. You remember that being is enough. How to apply it? Take a few minutes each day to simply sit. No phone, no agenda, just breathe and notice. The more you practice this, the more you'll discover that life's meaning isn't hidden in great achievements. It's in presence itself. So, what would happen if you stopped for a moment, right now? If you allowed yourself to simply exist, without trying to fix, plan, or achieve anything? What if you realized that the quiet moments you once dismissed as wasted time were the moments that shaped you most deeply? Stillness is not the end of progress. It's where real progress begins. When you learn to rest without guilt, to think without rushing, and to be without doing, you awaken the deeper rhythm of life that has been waiting for you all along. Stillness is not your escape, it's your return. It's the quiet strength that renews your clarity rather than steals your time. Choose one small moment today. A pause between tasks, a breath between thoughts, and give yourself permission to simply be. If you can sit with that stillness once without reaching for distraction, you've already begun the art of doing nothing. If this message spoke to you, share your thoughts below. When was the last time you allowed yourself to truly do nothing? And if you wish to keep exploring timeless wisdom for the modern world, like this video and follow the art of living well for free. Remember, the stillness you allow becomes the strength that guides you.